So for today, I am your reporter and my topic is all about processing subsystem of agribusiness. So first of all, we need to discuss what is agribusiness. So agribusiness is considered as an art and science. It is an art because of a set of activities that can help develop skills of a person that can have any business that you are willing to build up. For example, in this picture, magandang pagtatanim nila na may touch of art o pagiging artistic na nagiging tourist spot na napagkakakitaan nila. Then, let us proceed to the agribusiness as a science because all the new technologies for developing new products is coming from the science. In order to sustain the needs of the increasing population of the nation, in the other words, agribusiness is the combination of word agriculture and agribusiness relating agriculture production. So now we focus to the processing subsystem. When we say processing, it involves the changing the form, changing the appearance, changing the characteristics of the particular product. Even if you just have to clean it from its role as a form when if you just brush off the mud or maybe clean it with water, that already part of processing. Actually, why? Because it involves labor already to do that, so you actually preparing the product for more value addition in the market. According to James Austin, processing involves 4 levels. Okay, now level 1, for example, actually processing activities involving only cleaning, sorting, and grading. Okay, cleaning, sorting, and grading, this includes fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, eggs, or maybe fresh tuber crops, as long as it only involves cleaning, sorting, and grading. That processing already level 1. Now, in level 2, processing, we also have an example of this is cereal, grains, meat, spices, animal feeds, cotton, lumber, and rubber. Okay, now, the activities involved is ginning for fiber crops, and then you have stripping, cutting, deboning, mixing. So in the other words, there is no cooking yet, there is no chemical transformation, but further says transformation involved in making the products more usable to the final stage or the next stage of operation. So cutting, if you cut fruits and vegetables and wrap it with cling wrap with styrofoam, that's processing already. The purpose of is to put more value to your product because it becomes a little bit more expensive already from its raw state. Now, level 3. Now, involves heating and cooking, pasteurization, canning, dehydration, freezing, weeding, okay, and then extraction. So in the other words, there is already involves bit of changing the appearance by cooking and heating, something like that, or putting it into pre-frozen condition in order to improve the shelf life and reach more customers in the market, and of course giving more value. The 4th level of processing is beyond that. I don't think it's still part of processing that we are talking so it's already chemical transformed, and then it does not anymore appear to be coming from agriculture. For example, if you have alcohol from a final product from cassava chips processing, so it's alcohol that chemical transformation already. Cereal grains undergo different types and levels of processing to make them edible and palatable. Primary processing of grains is essential to prepare them for further processing and involves simple operations such as dehusking, milling, parboiling, etc. Oilseeds done by solvent extraction. Multiple steps are taken to remove the hull, flake, extract, and refine the oil. Then, subcommodities are world oldest traded products and are still traded on publicly. Lastly, miscellaneous agricultural commodities. It is used by human in some other way. Okay, now the processing subsystem is transformative activity in the agribusiness system. It converts from liquid to whatever powder, from powder topping from solid to maybe liquid or something like that through certain procedures or steps in the processing. Now it can transform a certain product and make it more stable and make it more available to customer. It provides it provides competitive advantage to raw and undifferentiated agricultural products. That's why if you have a processed product, it's already a highly differentiable form, meaning to say it can already a differentiated in the eyes of the customer. Why? Because it goes there, it accompanies branding or already this kind of product manufactured by this company. For example, if your product goes into mailing operating of Del Monte, it bears now the brand of Del Monte, and that is already premium in the market and several companies. Now, these are some of the examples like processing products or processed products. You have here a product with improved palatability. It's more has longer shelf life, and it's also more transformable. You can see the cans and boxes, and it's a better alternative for any particular use, because when you bring products that are raw, it's susceptible of spoilage. Agro processing also improves or provides conditioning of the product. This involves cleaning, sorting, grading, drying, and cutting. Okay, because when you sort, for example, egg, then you sort that into small, medium, large, or jumbo. It facilitates more convenience to customers, and it also commands more value addition because the price difference now will be very clear, small against large. Fruits are packed in styrofoam boxes with cling wrap around them, and it's already becoming more hygienic and also appealing to the customer. So not only agro processing provides conditioning, but it also provides stabilizing. For example, it stabilizes the product, and it more storable, and of course it has a longer shelf life, and also stabilize the nutritive content and the taste. For example, a drinkable farm yogurt, that's a product of fermentation. That's a product of fermentation. When you can drink well fermented yogurt, you still taste the milk and of course the cream part. Then vacuum frying, these are products that are being made stable in the market. You can see at various supermarkets there is what we call as vacuum sealed, is what we call right, it is a vacuum sealed. It's frozen, but it also frozen, but when you open it, the packaging, it retains the freshness. So again, in the agro-processing subsystem, there are requirements, factors to be considered, and there are also challenges in really allowing ourselves to be successful as a food processing or an agribusiness and agro-processors in the market. And then clarified, when we say processing within 4 levels, that means to say it is not true that if you are selling fresh fruit or vegetables, you cannot go into processing by just using level 1 or even level 2. But if you want to make a chemical transformation, maybe you can proceed to processing level 3 or 4. But if it entails investments, okay, you invest a lot, but you also develop or provide more value, adding to your product within more higher value. Addition, you also get more profit. So it is the final end of the whole endeavor. Thank you for listening.